Welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to do the Pony Express saddle. Okay, so to do this, you're going to need a needle, your two pieces, and some corded thread. This is Gutermann, and I like this stuff for sewing leather. It's strong like sinew, which is what you usually use, which is a type of leather. But this is in scale, so I'm just going to take the length of it, not very long. I like to some people use spit and I use glue. So, and then the needle is up to you, but I would get a very narrow eye, because you don't want to open those holes up too big or they can snap. And we're right on the edge, so that's important. All right. So we'll start in the front, and I recommend you open it up using the needle. So open up the hole using the needle, and then come back the opposite way through the hole. And really tiny, but right there's the hole because I opened it up. I know where it is. I want to go straight through, don't go at an angle. And if you're not sure, I would go ahead and glue this edge here to give it extra strength, and then let the glue dry overnight. I did not do that with this one. All right, so we're through to the front, and I'm going to take and glue this down so I don't have to worry about accidentally pulling it. Oops, look, I almost did there. All right, there's only 3 holes here in the front, and we're just going over the top. So on this side, I want to go straight through. Don't go in at an angle, especially that way. Don't do that. You want to go straight down. Okay. To secure this, I would do one more wrap. So same pair of holes. Sorry about that. Okay, so this should secure it against stresses of putting it on the horn. And okay, you want it snug but not so tight because it has to do this. So that would be good. I can still kind of see a little bit of light through, but it's not like glued to itself. Okay, there's some room for it to move a little bit. That's what you want. All right. Now, if it's there, then I need that. So hole number 2, I'm going to go ahead and open it up so I can see it. And it closes up pretty quickly. So if you miss, you may have to do it a couple times. Like I just did. So there we go. And just repeat that for all 3 holes. And I'll go ahead and do another one through that last pair of holes, and that should secure it. Now, because it's small enough, I'm just going to go ahead and run the thread through the back like that. And then I'll glue it down. Okay, so now we're going to do the back, because it'll be easier to have both of these done before we approach the center, right? And wow, it's hard to see these holes. Pretty much start it the same way. Okay, I've been having trouble with this leather where it's splitting in here and then it's not holding like it should. So I'm going to do a little bit of a glue treatment, front, back, side, and see if I can't strengthen up those holes. Okay, now that it's dried, I'm going to go ahead and start. Open that up so I can find it. And I'm pushing onto my work surface. That's why this piece of tile is awesome. So I don't poke unnecessary holes in my desk. So up, over, and we're going to pull this and glue it down. Now I did go ahead and reopen the holes with my needle on a stick, just to make sure. There's a dozen holes, and so just to make sure I reopened them, hopefully so I can find them. I mean, that's the whole thing, is they get invisible when they close up. It's not like it isn't possible to make another hole, it just, you want to not make too many holes. It's already right on the edge and pretty fragile. Alright, I usually have to look on the back to see which one needs to be. are the pieces we need for the pouches. Now on a thinner leather, you can use these little tabs here to help hold it all together, these little ones here. This leather's still a little bit too thick. I think that's going to cause a bulk issue, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. And whenever you're doing anything, you have to adjust, you know, any of these saddles, you have to adjust for your material. And so if, in the case of this, my 2 3-ounce is more 3 than 2, you know, I have to deal with removing any extra bulk that I don't need. So I just snip those off. Okay. And so these are pieces of just scrap of the skiver that I used. I'm going to call it skiver. Not even sure what to call it. But anyways, we just need something to help close up the back. So I'll take a thin strip of this and the length of the bag, and I'm just going to go ahead and get it to one side, glue it, and in this case, it doesn't matter whether it's right side up or upside down, because this is going to be around the back. So I'm going to just like that. So I have a hangover, not an alcoholic one, so that it hangs over just enough that I can attach the other side. So it's not a very thick piece. It's just something that's going to help me close these bags.